The underutilization of the 600 megawatt Karuma Hydro Power Plant has started hurting the government financially. A 29 billion shilling drop in revenue was realized by the Uganda Electricity Generation Company Limited in the financial year ended June 2025, partly attributed to the underperformance of Karuma. The sharp drop is reflected by the 25 billion shillings the electricity generator plowed in the financial year 2024-25, far less than 54 billion shillings it made in the previous financial year. The Auditor General indicated that the management of the Karuma Power Plant blamed the underutilization of the infrastructure on the low electricity demand nationally. Karuma performed at 30% of its expected energy output, amounting to 2,652 gigawatt hours. Although the 5.3 trillion shillings dam was expected in its early years to dispatch 300 megawatt hours, 70 megawatt hours was dispatched in 2024 and 116 megawatt hours in 2025. The Auditor General is concerned that the performance of the power plant below the set 300 megawatt hours will prevent the identification of defects in the generating units and associated plant structures during the defects liability period. It is feared that the underperformance of the company could result in the failure to meet the terms and conditions of the loan and interest repayment. Karuma was expected to generate 316 billion shillings in revenue, but 148 billion shillings were realized, representing 46%. As a remedy to the situation, the audit report recommends that the Uganda Electricity Generation Company Limited engage the government to further establish industrial parks, enhance cross-border power trade, and expedite the electricity connections under the Electricity Access Scale-Up project. The recommendations of the Auditor General were anchored on the concern that the government is directly responsible for the underperformance of Karuma, given its prioritization of low-cost generating plants and private producers who are on capacity charge. Despite the threat faced by the electricity generator, it is among a handful of parastatals and government enterprises that made a profit. Other enterprises that made a profit include Uganda National Oil Company Limited, which made 359 billion shillings, a significant increase from the 3 billion shillings it generated in the financial year 2023-24. Mandela National Stadium, 92 billion shillings. National Housing and Construction Company Limited made 79 billion shillings. NEC Luero Industries Limited, 12 billion. NEC Agro SMC Limited, 5 billion. Uganda Printing and Publishing Corporation, 1.4 billion. Nile Hotel International Limited, 1.3 billion shillings, and NEC Uzima Limited, 589 million shillings. However, the Auditor General highlighted in the audit report that none of the parastatals remitted dividends to the government. The report also listed the loss-making enterprises, which include Uganda Property Holding Limited, Uganda Electricity Transmission Company Limited, and Uganda Railways Corporation. Jackson Onyango, NTV.